Pivot function in SQL Server. Hi, I'm M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn and understand what is meant by pivot function in SQL Server, how to use pivot function in SQL Server with a practical example. So at the end of this video, you could able to understand what exactly is pivot function in SQL Server, how to use this pivot function in SQL Server with some practical example. So now when I'm talking about the word called pivot, we might have heard this word very generally when we are using the Microsoft Excel sheet. So in this Excel sheet, we have learned this pivot table where we convert the columns into rows and rows into columns. And the same thing gets applicable here in the SQL Server also. So pivot function in SQL Server, it will help us to convert our rows into columns and columns into rows as per the appropriate data we have for ease of analyzation. Okay, that's where pivot function works. So now let's understand how this pivot function works in SQL Server with one practical example. So for this, let me first go and create a table. So I am creating a table called product sales. So in this product sales table, I am creating a column called product with the data type as varchar, and the constraint I am using here is not null. And the next one I am choosing is the month. And here also I am choosing the data type as varchar, and I am choosing the constraint as not null. Then I am choosing the column called sales. Now this can be the integer. So now I am writing the constraint called not null, and I am just creating a table. Okay, so I have created a table where the commands got completed successfully. Now let me fetch the table, select star from the table called product sales. Okay, so in this product sales, we can see that three columns are created: product, month, and sales. So now what I'm trying to do, I'm going to insert the values into this product sales table. Insert into, what is my table name? My table name is product sales, and here I'm inserting the values. So let me consider the first product as A, then the month of this product where it was purchased, or let us consider as January. Then let me consider the sales as 100 for this, and in the same way I'm just copying it to easy of understanding. I'm just pasting it here. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do, I'm changing the next month, which is February. All right, and the sales for the February month is 200. Then I'm going to change the third row as March month and the sales as 300. But my dear learners, I did not change the product here, it's A itself. Now I'm going to change the product to B, and now for the same January month, let me consider the value of the sales as 50, and the same February month here, what I'm trying to do, I'm changing the product sales as 75, and for the same March month for product B, I'm writing the sales value as 125. All right, so now it's B. If you carefully observe, I have the products A and B. Now there are 3 products of A and 3 products of B for 3 different months and the 3 different sales. Am I right? So now what I'm trying to do, I'm just inserting the records in this particular table called product sales. If you see the complete table, so we have got the products, we have got the months, and we have got the sales. So now my intention to show you this particular pivot table is that, so this pivot table, we are going to convert it into rows and columns for the months in a row and the product in a column. So now what I'm trying to do, we are just going to pivot it. We are just going to pivot it. So for that, what and how we have to do that? So just let us write the query for pivot. So here what I'm doing, let me select the column that I would like to see it in the output, which is product, and I would like to go for the January month. Then I would like to go for the February month, and I would like to go with the March month, and all these I would like to see it from now I'm writing a subquery. In the subquery, I'm choosing a select statement with the product as a column and month as a column, and I'm choosing the first value here. This is a built-in function that I have it. So first value of sales. Okay, first value of sales I'm considering it. over what? I am using over function along with the partition where I would like to partition it with the products. So partition by product. So let us see if it is product or product sales. Okay, so it is product. Partition by product, comma, and I would like to even go with the month. Now I would like to order it. I would like to order it by the sales in the descending order, and I would like to name it as first sales. And I'm choosing this one from which table? From product sales table. I'm choosing all these from the product sales table. Am I right? So here what I'm trying to do, again I'm naming it as any name that you would like to choose it. So let me choose as T or something else. Now I'm using the function called pivot, pivoting it with the maximum of first sales that I have. Okay, so maximum of first sales for which particular month that I would like to assign it. For month in, so what are the 3 months that I have that I'm specifying it here? For the January month, then we have it for the February month. So let us just verify the spelling, February, February month, comma, then with the March month. So I would like to name this as again the first table. So this is the thing that I would like to see it, as a pivot function. So if I would like to repeat this particular query to you once again, so we have to select the product January, February and March month. These are the 4 columns that I would like to see it in the output, and I'm choosing the subquery, and I'm selecting the product, month and the first value of sales that I have it, and I'm partitioning it with the product so that I would like to get it in a sales in a descending order. Okay, so this is an output. So if I try to execute this, we can see that the product A and product B. For January, how much is the sales? For A it's 100 and for B it's 50. And for the month of February, how much is the sales? For A it's 200 and for B it's 75. And in the month of March, the sales for product A is 300 and the sales for the product B is 125. So my dear viewers, what's happening it here? So if you see this particular was my original table, so where I had all the products in one place. So rather than that, what I have done in the pivot table, under A, for each month how much is the sales, that I have just converted the rows into columns. That's what we have got it here in our output in using the pivot function. So pivot function will help us to convert the rows into columns or columns into rows as per the desired output that we would like to have, and this will be very easy for us in understanding or analyzing the data. So in this video we have learned how to create a table, how to insert the values in a table, how to fetch a table, and how to use a pivot function to get the desired output we want. So thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.